you caught my attention with this, and this has been sort of a trend that's coming out recently, is we've seen a homecoming of sorts, players going back to familiar territory. Tell me which ones kind of popped out to you. I know Adam Thielen going back to the Vikings. He's sitting there with his daughter, and she's saying, Daddy, we're going home. And he's like, yep, we're going home. Yeah. But what about the kind of trend that's unfolded with some of these players?
And a guy like Thielen, that really is home, because he even put down roots in college playing D2 at Minnesota State, I think they're called. And, yeah, he stayed there. In the last 24 hours, Adam Thielen, Amari Cooper, who was drafted 4th overall in 2015, when it was a much less stable environment in Raiderville, right? Now they got Pete Carroll. So he said he got some unfinished business. And Jordan Poyer, who for a bunch of years was like that annoying, but eventually built himself into an all-pro level safety in Buffalo, and he's back in Buffalo. And it's not even just football. We've seen this a lot in a bunch of sports over the last couple of years. I immediately thought when I saw this, Dame Lillard, another guy who was like, but I think this is how it goes. I think for an athlete, you come in with a checklist. I think the checklist for most of us, this is me personally, you could tell me if I'm wrong, the checklist was build a financial future for your family and some security, right? You want to win championships, and you want to build a legacy. I think when you get to like step 2 or 3 in that process, you see a guy like Dame Lillard chase it for a year, jump on with Giannis, and then I think as you get older and more mature, that changes. You know what I mean? I think once the comfort is there, the importance of stability and your family and some continuity, that might be what becomes. So, yeah, I think it's really cool that these guys are coming home, and I think it's because of that home and that familiarity and a routine. Talk about that for me a little bit, the importance of when you settle in a little bit.
Yeah, and they were all really good players where they're returning to. So there's always kind of that good vibes.
Sure.
And, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, LeBron James is a great example of returning home when he went back to Cleveland and brought him a championship. Like, that's the ultimate goal for any player. I know you love hearing that.
Bounced on him a second time, though.
Yeah, he did. I got on the LeBron train when he came to Miami, and he was saying he was going to win 5, 6, 7 titles. I was all about him. And then when he left us, I was kind of like, man, screw that dude. He's going back. But it was hard to fault him because of that reason.
Yeah.
And then that's been a long history since then, as, I'm kind of on the LeBron hate train with you as well. But it does make sense. Like, my dream was to play for the Miami Dolphins. I grew up a huge Dan Marino fan. I wore number 13 because of him. I wore the same face mask. My dream was to play around your family, like your locals.
Yeah.
That's where I think a guy like Adam Thielen is really special. Going to your home state, probably a team that you rooted for when you were growing up as a kid, to be able to see that in your backyard. And then, even more importantly, when you were on the Vikings, you start a family. Let's hear from his the clip I was talking about earlier with his little daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going home. 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 Are you excited? I think it was because you wore the twin shirt. I think that's why.
I mean, they've even got the dog there is excited to go back home. That might be the first person ever you see decided to go to Minnesota.
Yeah,
because it is not the best place to live year-round. It might be nice for 2 months in the summer, but good for the Vikings, good for Adam Thielen for getting to go back home.
And it's funny, man. We see it all the time. These people just see these superheroes on TV, and you completely forget the stuff that they go home to, that they're real human beings. You have to worry about things like that. Your little kids, that girl must be what? Is she 5 maybe?
Yeah.
It's nice. See, like, be thankful that she's not in like the 6th grade where you get your kids, they get comfortable, they make a friend group, socially they start to adapt, and then you got to rip them out and take them away, or you have to play elsewhere. Like, I saw Chris Paul went back to the Clippers, and they said, what's one of the biggest reasons? Because now, I don't think they're a championship team, the Clippers, but he was like, listen, man, little Chris is there. I'm not going to have to travel 7 hours home on a day off to go see family. You have to almost make a choice. Do you let your kids settle in and find that familiarity and put roots down somewhere and you live elsewhere? Or do you, move them with you and kind of tear them from where they're comfortable and what they're familiar with? And it's tough, man. It's a super tough thing. So to be able to see these guys come home, ride it out, the end of their careers there, they're going to be heroes forever, probably never pay for a drink or meal in any one of those cities. So it's good to see it. I love it.
It's great to see it. We'll see it. In college football, even there's a couple coaches. Scott Frost going back to UCF where he won went undefeated there, season with them. Rich Rodriguez going back to West Virginia.
That's awesome. That's a good one.
Very common theme. You're familiar with places. You want to go back and try to replicate
We saw Graciano do it at Rutgers a couple of years ago. Yeah.
He's still there. And he's doing a pretty good job up there.
For sure.